Hey, Tree Sprites. The only thing that Black women need to be accountable for right now is undergoing our identity shift. It is the only way that we are going to be able to heal from not only our personal experiences, but also our bloodlines, our ancestors. We carry the echoes of much suffering in our veins. And so, through the centuries of us existing and surviving here in America, we have taken on the identity of sufferer. The abuse of Black women typically begins in our childhoods, when we are just young girls, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, verbal, or spiritual, or psychological. We typically experience some form of violence or abuse or neglect. And many times it's ongoing throughout our lives, whether it's from our families, from our intimate relationships, our partnerships, from our friendships, from our careers, our places of employment, and just from general society. It is more visible than ever, the pathological obsession that many people around the world seem to have with dehumanizing and casting this obsessive negative image on Black people and especially Black women. And through the pressures of colonialism and terrorism, we have unfortunately allowed others to cast their imagination on us, to invent a false identity for us and wrap us in it so that they then have a self-imposed reasoning to attack us, a reasoning that never actually originated with us. So it is beyond time for us to release the tethers that have been attached to us. And yes, it is something that we are responsible for, because those who benefit from our energy and our suffering never will. No matter how much a deer struggles and cries, a wolf will never let go of its neck until it stops breathing, so that the wolf can consume the deer's flesh. Same dynamic with Black women. People love to squeeze the life out of us, drain us of our magic, and then throw our bodies to the side. And this is a process that we are actively participating in. One of the biggest ways that we participate in it is the way that we police each other, the way that we judge each other's behavior, each other's language, each other's hair, each other's fashion, our style, our life choices, our partners, where we live, our orientation, our sexuality, our gender expression. These are all things that we continue to nitpick about each other in order to appease a white narcissistic society. More and more of us are understanding that we don't need to suffer to exist or to thrive. We simply need to be intentional about where and how we allocate our energy. This is the era where we transition from sufferer to conqueror. This is the era where Black women fully incorporate all of the characteristics and traits that we are demeaned for and white men are praised for. We are moving away from the age of being so helpful, of being so kind, so generous, of having such great ideas, of being dependable, predictable, always showing up, and being such a hard worker. This is our era of greed and selfishness and desire for money and power. Y'all like to say, I'm in my villain era, but y'all ain't really ready to be a villain. Some of y'all's villain era was calling out sick from work one day. We are experiencing the shift of a cosmic age, one that currently is and will continue to greatly impact the world and all of her nations. As a Black woman, existing as a suffering person, a battery for other people's operations, is last era. We are now responsible for becoming conquerors. Are you ready for the new world? Or do you simply love hell? We are facing a complete recalibration of our nervous systems. The very thing that has helped us to survive for centuries in this nation. It can be terrifying being a powerful Black woman, but just know that it's all in your head. You are truly capable of all things. These destructive power systems that are harmful for all of humanity are never going to dismantle themselves. And they especially are never going to cease to exist as long as we believe in them, as long as we give power to them, as long as we fuel them. This is our time of awakening and reimagining and connecting. Subscribe to Black Barn Owl. Link in the bio. It's free. Just give me your email address. I'll see you in always.